So how much can I get for a trade? Well, I don't think bananas are worth what you think they're worth. If shopping for a new car drives you bananas, head to Community Auto Group in Mason City. We have the best selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. And you know with Community, you're getting a straightforward deal from a straightforward dealer. I'd like to buy this car. No? Seriously? Next time I'll skip the monkey business and go to Community Auto Group.
Any particular place?
Matt.
Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. What are you doing?
I'm in a public place doing a news story. Is that all right?
It's a private lunch.
It's a private lunch? I pay taxes here, though, Brent.
Yeah. This is a luncheon that's being held at the mayor's invite.
Well, maybe you need to call the police and have me remove them.
Well, I'm going to ask you to leave.
Thanks. I'm not just going to leave, Brent. What are we going to do about it?
I'm going to ask you to leave again.
I'm not leaving,
Brent.
Brent.
This is an invitation.
I'm not leaving, Brent. I'm doing my job.
Doing your job.
Yes, I am. This is my job, Brent.
To come to a invite-only luncheon.
Yes, sir.
And take pictures.
I happen to pay taxes here in Mason City, Brent.
But this room was reserved by the mayor to have a private meeting.
Good. Well, then I'll stand right here. How about that? You gonna shut the door in my face? Well, then do it.
Please leave.
Not moving. Do what you gotta do, Brent. Do what you gotta do.
I'm not touching you.
Well, that's a smart move on your part.
One more time.
Thanks. Excuse me. If this is a mayor's luncheon, why are there other people besides mayors here,
Because
Brent?
the mayor invited them. This is something
Who's
that they
paying
have
for the
regularly.
lunch, Brent?
The mayor's paying for the lunch.
Out of his own pocket?
Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
That's
My information is contrary to that.
Well, my understanding
if
is
the
he
people
pays.
in Mason City are paying for this lunch, Brent, I have every right to be here, and I pay taxes here in Mason City. I own 2 properties and a business here. I have a right to be in this library.
Right, you have a right to be in this library, but this room is reserved for this lunch.
Good, I'm not having lunch. I'm standing here.
No, but this means you're not invited here.
Why am I not invited?
Because the
The
mayor
people in Mason
invited.
City can't come here and have lunch today?
Yes, they can, but the room was reserved for
Maybe I'll have
these
lunch
people.
then if the people in Mason City are invited.
People of Mason City are not invited.
They're not invited.
No.
Who
Mayor,
paid? Are you going to go on the record and tell me the people in Mason City didn't pay for this lunch then right now?
Mayor Bookmeyer, are you paying for this lunch? He is paying for this lunch.
Out of his own pocket?
Yes.
Okay, well that's great, but I'm still a taxpayer here. I can be in this library.
But this room is reserved and you're not. This is not for you to be here.
Why? What am I hurting? I'm just standing here. I'm the press. I can be here, Brent, as far as I'm
Yes, you
concerned.
can be out there. This room is reserved and you're not invited.
So what are we going to do about it?
If you want me to, I will. I'll call it.
Well, you got to do what you got to do too, Brent. I mean, I feel like I'm a taxpayer here. I can be in this room.
You
I
are
can
a
be in this
taxpayer,
library.
But you're not invited to this room. You can be in the library all you want.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, Brent. I mean, if you want to be the watchdog, be the bouncer, do what you got to do. But, you know, I'm doing my job today.
Okay.
Go have your lunch, Brent.
Oh, yeah, and I think we used to do the no license.
Well, I was mayor from '94 to 2000.
No.
Oh, it's all right. You can be arrested in here too. Chief, hi.
Well, we have the mayor is having a luncheon upstairs, and he invited mayors from other communities Board of Supervisors and so forth to the meeting. Matt showed up, walked in, had his camera in there running, not hurting anybody, not doing anything, but he was not invited to the meeting. I asked him to leave, and he wouldn't leave. Then I called you, and he walked out, and he can be anywhere in the library. That's not an issue, but the room was reserved by the mayor, invite only to the meeting. And in my
It's not what it said on the agenda, sir. It said mayor's luncheon on this county agenda.
He sent an invitation to individuals, inviting them to it.
That's not a public paper there. That's not what's posted on the county's website. It says mayor's luncheon. Didn't say who was or wasn't invited.
My understanding is that it was an invite only.
Wasn't my understanding. I guess we got a problem. Either that was a private property and I should be arrested, or that was a public room and I have every right to be in there.
You don't have a right to be places where you're not invited. If a person reserves
Not
a room,
invited.
If a person reserves a room,
Is he acting in the capacity as the mayor?
he's acting.
He's a public official.
Always mayor.
Brent, he's always mayor. I can understand if it's his home or if it's in Clear Lake Bank and Trust, maybe I can't be there. This is a public building.
If an insurance company reserves a room in this building,
Is the mayor an insurance company now?
no, I'm just saying, if anyone,
Chief, what's the ruling here?
Well, Matt, I really don't know what to tell you at that point. I guess I can see where we have board meetings and stuff here too, that I would say that necessarily, if you're not specifically invited, you know, that you can't come in.
Okay.
But, you know, I don't know the particulars of the invitations or what's posted on the county website, but you know, I think at this point we're kind of at an impasse of whether you're going to be able to go in there or not, according to.
Well, I've been in there. I've done I got more or less what I wanted. It was a little intimidating to have a colonel in the National Guard kind of approach me and almost walk me out of the room. I wasn't too hot on that, but it's not the first time it's happened, by the way. But here we are. Where we go from here.
Well, I guess at this point I would ask that if they don't want you in there, this is something you obviously can
I'm a
address
courteous
afterwards.
person, absolutely. He wasn't given that kind of decent option. It was kind of approach me and walk me out the room. So I wasn't too thrilled with that situation either. So everything all right?
fine.
Maybe something else.